Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar, which is broadcast every Thursday at 11 a.m. I am Serhat from Mavili Electronic, and today's topic will be contact monitoring and relay control modules. Today, we are going to talk about what is switch monitoring and relay control modules, and what is it used for, and their application areas, project principles, and their references. Contact monitoring and relay control modules can be included in cause-effect scenarios in intelligent addressable systems. Monitoring switch monitoring input is used for sprinkler system circuit information, preservation fans of on-off information, gas cutting system circuit information, early earthquake warning system, alarm system, and extinguishing system. On the other way, controlling with relay control module, lowering the elevators to the ground floor, activating the voice alarm system, activating the emergency lighting system, control of electrical panels, disabling air conditioning systems, and activating the extinguishing system. What is switch monitoring modules? Switch monitoring modules are connected to the loop line of the panels and get their energy from the loop line. The contact has the function of normally open and normally closed operation. The desired monitoring method should be determined before energizing the panel. If the contact status changes, the type of the event that be normally closed operation panel will detect can be determined by the user. Any of 13 different event types, fire evacuation, fault, pre-alarm, technical fault, alert security, announcement system, phone active, analog event, internal event information can be assigned to the inputs. The user enters this data through the computer program. The switch monitoring module is set to fire event in default. Switch monitoring inputs are monitored for open circuit. And what is relay control module? Relay control module is connected to the loop line of the panel and gets its energy from the loop line as monitoring module. The module has double pole dry voltage-free contact relay output that can withstand 30 volts DC, 1 amps current. It has normally open and normally closed contact positions. It can be set with the computer program to output according to the type of event determined by the user. Also, 13 different event types can be assigned and delay up to 250 seconds to the outputs via computer program. If no adjustments are made, the delay is 0 seconds, and the event type is set to fire and fault alert. What is the references? The EN5418 standard describes how the input-output modules should be, which tests they should be subjected to, and how to test will be performed. These are the related standard clauses as EN54. First, limitation of fault effects. The design of the system should be such that the effects of faults in cables and interconnections are limited. Two alternative approaches to fault effect limitations are possible. These are cables without fire resistance and other devices and systems. Cables without fire resistance. A single fault in transmission path should not prevent more than one of following functions from working correctly in an area. Manual start function, automatic fire detection function, and fire alarm function, at least one alarm device must remain in use. Other devices and systems. In addition to main purpose detection and alarm, signals from the system can be used to trigger auxiliary devices directly on or indirectly, such as fire extinguishing equipment, smoke or fire doors, smoke ventilation equipment, smoke or fire dampers, shutting off ventilation, elevator control, and safety doors. Operation or malfunction of an auxiliary device should not compromise the operation of the fire detection system or prevent it from signaling other auxiliary devices. Let's come to cables and interconnections. Wherever possible, cables should be routed through areas of low fire risk. If cables must be routed elsewhere, fire-resistant cables must be used or cables must be protected against fire. And let's come to operation of other fire protection systems. The fire detection and alarm system can be used to provide start signals to other fire protection systems, such as automatic fire extinguishing systems, smoke and heat control systems, systems that trigger the release and closing of fire doors, and sound evacuation systems. The operation or malfunction of another fire protection system should not compromise the correct operation of the fire detection and alarm system or prevent the transmission of a signal to another system. The recommendations or conditions given in the documentation of the other fire protection system should be followed. As you can see, this is cables and interconnections of fire alarm system. The cables that need to work for 1 more minute after the fire is detected must be resistant to fire and firefighting for at least 30 minutes or must be reinforced to withstand this time. These cables may include connections between the control and display equipment with separate power supply, alarm devices, power supplies including links between them. Connections between the separated parts of the control and indicating equipment. Connections between main control and indicating equipment and repetition indicating equipment. The links between the main control and indicator equipment and the repeat control equipment. Cables that should work after a certain delay to investigate the fire. Special conditions for the cable connecting the control devices to other devices. Rotary lines. This should comply with one of the following. The occurrence of fire must be passed through an area covered by fire detection devices causing an alarm in condition in KGT, or it must be resistant to fire and firefighting for at least 30 minutes, or it must be reinforced to survive during this period. And these are the applications for monitoring module. As you can see, you can monitor your extinguishing system via this switch monitoring module. It can be shown normally open, normally closed, and fault positions. And this is relay control module application. As you can see, with this module, you can control elevators and you can see normally open, normally closed, and common positions. In a fire event, you can control your elevator with this module. Elevator control in emergency situations. The sample application image shows 3 relay control modules connected to a loop line in addressable system. Each module is connected to the relevant relay outputs on the control panel of the elevator, so that signal is sent to these relay outputs in case of fire. Output contact capacity of relay control module is 30 volt DC and 1 amps. Pressurization control. This image shows relay control module and contact monitoring module connected to a loop line in the addressed system. The contact monitor module monitors whether the damper is open or not. In the event that the damper is opened information, a signal is sent for pressurization system, pressurization fan to work with relay control module. Fire partition door control. The relay control module can also be used to send signals to magnetic door holder, and you can control your fire doors. Access control system control. Relay control module can be used to open and release tourniquets in the card pass systems placed at building entrances in case of fire. Water extinguishing system control. Whether the water extinguishing system's flow switch and butterfly valve are open or not can be monitored with the contact monitoring module. Gases extinguishing system control. The first level alarm, second level alarm, and failure conditions of the gas extinguishing system can be monitored with the contact monitoring module. Zonal electrical panel switch control. In order to cut off the energy in case of fire, relay control module can be used by connecting to the relay output of the thermal magnetic switch. Thank you for your participation in our webinar. If you have a question, you can ask me from the chat box. And hope to see you in next week's webinars. Have a nice day.